All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
Bahashem, Yahushai,
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Rakakwadash. Also, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the brothers out there. And we're just going to do a quick lesson, and pretty much just about maturity, okay? You know, in this truth, you got to constantly grow, okay? You can't be stagnant, all right? You know, you got to, self-examine yourself, all right? You know, you have to, improve on, your flaws. You know, you got to basically critique yourself, okay? And that's something that we just must do, and we pretty much got to do it daily, all right? You should really be looking yourself in the mirror every day and saying, like, what can I improve on, all right? And we'll just start off with 1 Corinthians, 13, and I'll start at 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. All right? And that's what you do when you get into this truth, okay? You got to put away those childish things, okay? Such as being a procrastinator, all right? You got to constantly be communicating with your brothers, okay? All right, trying to think of have a better diet. What else? Man, there's so much. Man, we can keep going on and on. All right, ultimately, following the law, statutes, and commandments. There's just a lot of things that we gotta improve on. We gotta become adults in this, so to speak. All right.
Ooh, can I back you up?
Because it's like, can I say this? Because really, when you get into this truth, you become a real man. This society really teaches you what they even had that Jay-Z had that song, Forever Young. They teach you to be a child, man. Okay, play video games. Be in a sense, sleep with a bunch of women. Don't worry about what happens. Give into your lust. All right. Do drugs. Just party all the time, man. Everything's a good old time. Take no accountability for your actions. That's a huge thing in this place. Blame everybody else, but don't take accountability of your actions for what you do. All right?
Yeah. And us being in this truth, we have a whole different way of moving. Because these scriptures basically teach you how to be royal, how to walk with integrity, how to be, like the brother was going into, how to actually be a man. And being the sons, if you want to be counted as the sons of the living power, the creator of all heaven and earth, it's a whole different vibe and a whole different attitude we gotta bring forth, opposed to everybody and how everybody carries themselves upon earth. When people actually look at us, they're supposed to just have this feeling like, man, this guy moves so different. Whoa, what is so different about him? Why is that? Because you're not moving like everybody else. You're actually, you're chastising yourself. You're being disciplined. You know how to say things. When to say them, when to hold your peace. What actions to do and all that. For example, you're talking about giving into your lust. The scriptures, there's one that says that a wise man hideth his folly.
Yeah.
So knowing what to do in front of people, what to do when what you could do when you're by yourself and all that, all that goes into growing up,
Yep. Can I get this real quick? This is Ecclesiastes, chapter 11, verse 10. Therefore remove sorrow from thy heart, and put away evil from thy flesh, for childhood and youth are vanity. All right. Yeah. Hey, I'll read it again. Ecclesiastes 11 and 10. Therefore remove sorrow from thy heart, and put away evil from thy flesh, for childhood and youth are vanity.
Can I expound? It says what does it say? It says, and put away evil from thy flesh. Okay, and that could even be things that are lawful. Can you get that shakal real quick? I forget where it's at. Where all things are lawful but not expedient. Okay. Because look, things could be lawful, but are they expedient? And that word expedient goes into profitability. Are these things profitable for you? Okay. Like for instance, you having a bunch of women, is that profitable? Is that wise to do in the society? You can do it. It's lawful, but is it wise?
Right.
Okay. You drinking. You know what I'm saying? If you over drink, is that wise? Those are just two things, but there's more. Okay.
The word prudence. When you're prudent, is what the ability to what
foresee.
To foresee, and this is to foresee and to basically distinguish is this profitable and of a high moral value. You know, is this gonna get me that out of me? If not, then hey, you don't indulge in it. You know, you're temperate in those things, like the brother said, getting women, you know, constantly, you know, just going out and every weekend and drinking, getting drunk, you know that, yeah, it's not going off, but well, how does that profit you in becoming a better man? How does that profit you in growing in this truth? If it doesn't, then you have to cut it out. You know, you have to balance it. You have to, you know, be temperate with it. You know, and every man is different, and some things, you might have to, you know, cut off for good. You know, because it might be your stumbling block. You know, but we only get you know, only acknowledge that and realize that when we examine ourselves, you know, when we actually have the mentality of growing, you know, because if you don't want to grow, then you're gonna you know, stay stuck on your ways, you know. And being in this truth, we can't get stuck on our ways. We came here to become a new man and a new individual. If I get it.
Yeah, and then I got one to back you up.
I got one.
This is Romans 12:2. It says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh." Right, so that people may know that this is, when they see us, they may know that this is how you walk. This is how a real man of the Lord walks. This is how a true worshiper of the Heavenly Father is supposed to move and act and all that. You know, when you come into this truth, that's how we're supposed to mold ourselves, and everybody's supposed to be able to know that, so they can know, like, damn, this is how you worship the Lord. This is how you know, by keeping the laws and commandments, by abstaining from evil, you know, by being temperate, keeping your flesh under subjection. You know, we're supposed to do that. Be that example. You know. But in order for us to be that example, we have to renew our mind, you know, let go of the old ways, the way we used to react to things. The stuff that we were into. The brother went into diet, you know, diet says a lot about a person, you know, shows you that they care about themselves. They, you know, all that, man. It shows you their character, you know. So, you know, that's a whole our whole purpose in this, man. And it starts step by step. You know, you don't just automatically change. You know, first you might work on your attitude. Then once you got that unlocked, then you work on your diet. You know, so on and so forth. But it's supposed to be growth. You know, slow or quick, however the Spirit is dealing with you. There's supposed to be some type of growth within us when we come in this truth. You know.
Right.
Con, you got that one scripture?
Yeah.
I got one. While the brother finds that, this is a Sirach 37 and I'll start at 28. Sirach 37 and 28, and it says, actually, no, I'm gonna start at 27. This is Sirach 37 and 27. My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. All right, so basically, you got to see what's good for you, okay? Because as it says here in verse 28, for all things are not profitable for all men, neither hath every soul pleasure in everything. So, for instance, certain brothers, right, they're able to drink, you know, have a good time, and they're fine. Certain brothers, when they drink, those, you know, basically demons hop on them, and now they start making, you know, unwise decisions, okay? Maybe they start talking back to brothers. You know, maybe they start, you know, getting into quarrels with, you know, these worldly people, okay? You know, maybe they, you know, start losing patience. You know, that's just to name a few things, and they can't control it, okay? All right? And see, every brother, you have to figure out what's, you know, good for you and what's bad for you. All right, certain brothers that maybe they can't be around women, maybe that distracts them, okay, or maybe they spend too much time with their family, that distracts them, so they have to separate themselves. It all depends on who you are as an individual. I can't tell you what to do. You have to find that out by yourself, and that goes into that self-examination. That's why it's very important to really look at yourself, meditate. Hey, take some time out of your day if you can. Of course, it's not going to happen every day, but just frequently take some time out the day. Go on a walk by yourself. Maybe sit in your room and listen to some classical music and just meditate and think about your flaws. Think about what's profitable for you, etc., man. All right. You got that one scripture, and then reply whatever you had.
This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 23.
Mm-hmm.
It says, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient.
That's right. So all things are lawful. All right. But are they wise? Because that word expedient goes into basically, profitability, being wise, okay? Are these things going to, benefit you? That's something we have to really ask ourselves. That's why it talks about, in the scriptures, I think it's in the book of Proverbs, it talks about pondering your steps, okay? Ponder your steps. Really think about, the outcomes of every action you do. You have to be a chess player in this game, so to speak. Okay, you can't be a checkers player. Checkers player, things are very simple. It's 1, 2, 3, ABCs. Chess, you really gotta think about it. You gotta calculate every move you do. Okay, and that's how we have to walk in this truth. If you make this move to the left, oh, what are the outcomes of that? If I make this move to the right, what's gonna happen? Mm-hmm. You really gotta think about it. All right.
It says, all things are lawful for me, but all things edify not.
That's right. Are they going to build you up? Are they, the things you do, are they really going to build you up? Are they going to help the brothers around you? That's another thing too. Stop always thinking about yourself. Think about the brothers around you. Is this going to be profitable for those men around you? That's something, you really got to think about. Oh, let's say you do have extra money to gamble, right? I'm going to use gambling as an example. You have, let's say, an extra $500, right? Just throwing that out there. And you start gambling, right? You lose all that money, maybe even more, right? What if all of a sudden now you're like, oh, hey, Akim, I'm in a jam. Or what if another brother, he's really in the jam and he's like, man, I need a couple $100. And brothers don't even really have it now. Or they never had it. And the money you did have, you can't even help them out now because you gambled it away. You really got to start thinking about this stuff, man. Yeah. All right? That's just, a quick example. So really think about not only just, it's okay. Don't only just think about yourself. Think about those around you. The church, man.
Yeah, the body of Yahushua. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 21. If a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified, and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. All right, so, we got to look in the mirror, and we got to say to ourselves, man, what could I do to improve? You see, we got to have a to-do list, right? Have this routine, all right? Have this set schedule, all right? So that, we could be consistent and we could have growth. Then we also have to have a list of what not to do, things that are holding us back, things that are slowing us down. You got to make this list of things you got to stop doing. This is your stop doing list, you see? All right, we're trying to be this vessel of honor, sanctified, meet for the Lord's use, man. All right, prepared unto every good work, you see? So you got to grow in this thing. All right, verse 22, flee also youthful lust, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart, man. All right, we're a body, man. We got to grow together, you see? So we have to do our part individually to grow and build up the next brother next to us, man. But constantly, the whole body has to be moving in the same direction. We're not stagnant waters. We're living waters. We're moving, man. And in that move, we're growing.
Yeah. You got something, Chicago?
This is 2 Corinthians 5 and 17. It says, therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature. All things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. That's why the scriptures always talk about babes, being born again. Because when we come into this truth, that's exactly what we got to do. Everything we thought we knew, everything what we used to do, what we were into, all that changes, man, when you come into this truth. Because you're supposed to be somebody different. You're not gonna be the same nigga you were in the world. Now you gotta walk with integrity. Now you have standards.
I got something to back you up, Ak. This is Ephesians chapter 4. I'm gonna start at 21. If so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahweh Shai. Okay, so if you're really, part of this truth, you heard the word, you believe, right? This is what it says. That ye put off concerning the former conversation, which that word conversation goes into your conduct, how you used to be, okay? That old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. All right, so that's what you're supposed to be doing, okay? When you get into this truth, you got to put off that old man who you once were, and you got to put on that new man. All right, that man that's been renewed in his mind, okay? That's been washed by this word, okay? His mind's been washed by the word. What is that? I think in Psalms 119. How should a man cleanse his way?
Yeah,
by
119
taking
and 9.
heed unto the word of Yahweh.
By taking heed thereto unto thy word, yeah.
Okay. Yep, that's right. If you want to get that shakal, because I think we butchered it.
This is Psalms 119 and 9. It says, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word.
That's right. So, that's how a man is going to change, all right? That's how he's going to get, cleansed. By taking heed to the words of Yahweh Shemiel Shai, all right? Everything in the Bible. Not just one piece or certain pieces you like. No, the whole Bible. Everything in it. Because if you're going to really be a follower and believer, you gotta eat the whole roll, as the scriptures talk about. All right? You can't pick and choose. And see, a lot of people out there, they say that they're in the truth. They know the Israelites. They're of the circumcision. A lot of people, they still want to pick and choose what they want to follow in the scriptures, and you cannot do that.
Right.
Even if there's certain things that you may disagree with, it may make you feel uncomfortable, you gotta accept it. All right, and it is what it is, because this is Yahweh Shemiel Shai's word, and it's pure, as the scriptures in the book of Psalms, I think the 12th chapter say. All right, it's purified 7 times.
Well, that's the bitter you have to deal with, because the bitter and the sweet. It's just the balance, man.
That's right.
All right.
You got something?
God. This is Galatians 6 and 15. It says, for in Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but a new creature. That's what's more important. The most important thing is us becoming a new creature, us becoming a new man. Because if we're in this and we're still a nigga, then we never really changed. We never really applied these scriptures, man. You could get it the fucking phylacteries, get the garment and all that. But what's the point of doing all that if you're not changing inwardly? You're not becoming that new man, that new creature. You're not growing in this.
That's right. You got something else? Well, that's pretty much it. We just wanted, to touch on this subject about growth. Personal growth, pretty much. There's a lot of things we can, we all can improve on. That's one thing. That's just something that, that it doesn't matter who you are, from the top to the bottom, right? We all have something to improve on, because we're not perfect. We're not going to be perfect until Yahweh Shai comes back, all right, delivers us, and we change into those new bodies, all right? We get the head upgrade, basically. That's when we'll be perfect. But right now, we're not. So we got to, what does it talk about? Strive for the masteries. Yahweh Shai said, be ye perfect as your Father in heaven, All right? So, we're going to, try our best to, attain that. To the best of our ability through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiel Shai. Okay?
Right. And hey, step by step,
Yeah.
Figure out what what's wrong, and then work on one thing. Once you already feel like you got that unlock, then you move on to the next. Because if you try to fix everything at once, you're gonna bug out. You're gonna keep doubting. Nah, just little by little, and watch how eventually you'll realize how much you've grown from there. But have that in your mind, growth. Grow.
Yeah. And identify what you need to grow. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you identify it and you stick with it.
That's right. And we'll just end it off with that. And we hope this was an edifying lesson. And as always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Also, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to all you brothers out there who will, continue to push the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And with that, we're going to say Shalom and, of course, a Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.